quick smoker.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GPlus Tool Party.
Drink.
Now,
Oops.
during this event, when someone says the word tool, I'm going to pick this up.
Oops.
The word tool, you will have to take a drink. And I owe you free, so I'm just going to go ahead. All right. We have some of the greatest tools on Google Plus talking about their awesome products and the things that they've created for this wonderful social network. I'm going to go right down the line and introduce everyone. We've got Alois from Friends+Me. We've got Ben, the fisherman of Steady Demand. We've got Christine DeGraff, co-founder of Circloscope. We've also got Craig Fifield from Circloscope as well. We've got John Dietrich, who needs to turn his lower third off and then back on so we can all see it. From NodeXL. We've also, there we go, John. Awesome. We've also got Lee Smallwood of NodeXL. We've got Nils. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. From CircleCount, because I'll probably ruin it.
Okay.
We've got Stephan Hovnanian of Steady Demand, and of course, my lovely face, Dustin W. Stout of Steady
Some
Demand.
might say it's the best face.
I'd say Dustin has the prettiest face out of all of these tools.
Absolutely.
That's what
Premium face.
There's no such a tool as beautiful as Dustin.
I'm just the loud one. All right, folks. So every 10 minutes, we're going to give away a goodie, some free piece of awesomeness to the commenters. So please be commenting away, and you know, we love that interaction. So leave your comments, engage with us. You are right here in the conversation with us, even though you're not here in the video. So every 10 minutes, we're going to give away one of these lovely prizes from the gracious tools present in the show. And that will start at 11:10 will be our first prize giveaway. So I just want to get a brief introductions in case anybody doesn't know about any of these wonderful people here. We're going to give a brief story of why these tools exist and you know, what compelled the creators to create them. So let's start with you, Alois. Why did Friends+Me need to happen?
Well, because I was lazy and I didn't want to copy-paste all my stuff, and I am a developer, so I've created one simple, stupid service, and it grew up to a big, huge, amazing thing you need to install and use because you cannot use Google Plus without it.
Perfect.
So you're saying it's a very big tool now?
Absolutely.
For those who may not know,
Nils, we love your tool, by the way.
Oh
man, you guys are gonna kill me here.
Hey.
So for those who may not know, Friends+Me is a service that allows you to cross-post from Google Plus to your other social media accounts, Facebook,
Yeah,
Twitter.
I have not mentioned it. Sorry.
LinkedIn. Am I missing any? We got Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Anything else?
Tumblr and
Tumblr?
all kinds of profiles, pages, groups, whatever, and more scum.
Awesome. So it's a service that allows you to cross-post and make your social media efforts a lot more streamlined and efficient. Perfect.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. So real quickly, let's go to Christine to tell us about Circloscope. Why did Circloscope need to happen?
Well, I actually, Esham was the one who started Circloscope before Craig and I got involved, so I did ask him, and he said that basically, you know, he got tired of adding people to his circles one at a time, so he just wanted to go out there and find a bunch of engagers and add them all at once. One thing I want to ask is, I want to know what the other tools are drinking today. I am drinking Red Bull. So I'm just
Oh my.
curious.
That's cheating.
Coffee.
Okay. I've actually got 2 drinks. I've got a tropical juiced relentless
Uh-oh.
energy drink.
So we
Okay,
got
and
drink. Pint of
Oh my.
coffee.
Another cheater.
I thought this was a real drinking show.
Hey.
What are you drinking, Craig?
This is vodka tonic right here.
All right.
Tools. You're such a
That's
tool.
right. Yeah. Circloscope. We don't mess around with our tool.
Drink. We are going to be so hydrated by the end of the show.
I'm gonna have to go to the hashtag bathroom.
I've got a coffee mug, and I've also got a halfway full French press.
nice. Good effort. Good effort.
You're such a bunch of cheaters, coffee drinkers. Amazing.
I don't even dare to tell you that it's just water.
Oh God. Germany.
We're not going to discriminate. I will remind everybody it's only 11 a.m. Pacific time, but it is 5 o'clock somewhere. So all right, so Circloscope needed to
7
happen.
o'clock here, so.
Needed to happen, yes. So it just makes it makes circle management much easier to add people in bulk.
It's an interesting tool because you don't see anything like that anywhere else. You don't see anything like this for Twitter that I've come across, or for Facebook that I've come across. This is a one of a kind. It's really a unique service that is.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan. Lee, we're going to go to you. Tell us about NodeX. Why did you need to create NodeX?
Or go to John.
Because he's kind of hanging loose at the moment.
That's the
All right, we'll come back. Maybe the connection will clear up. We'll come back to NodeX. We'll talk to Nils. Nils, you were one of the first services on the map for very comprehensive Google Plus analytics. Nils, what compelled you to create CircleCount?
Well, I'm not actually the programmer behind it, but our programmer Chris Makidis, maybe you talked to him before. He actually started as a little side project because we had other tools. Oh yeah.
Drink.
And
drinking water, it's cheating.
He started as a side project just a few weeks after Google Plus started, just actually for fun, and we were all really impressed, like all the people out of the team, and then we started to work on it and grow, and now it's became like one of the big 4 or 5 tools on Google Plus. Yeah, and before I forget it, for all of you who don't know the tool, it's oh sorry.
I will not put bottle down.
I was just wondering, like who thinks they have the biggest tool on this?
Hey, Red Bull.
Now.
Craig, we have the biggest tool, right?
Probably.
Absolutely.
I think so.
No, I think our tool is pretty darn big.
It's going to make the size comment.
It's so big you can't see sun behind it.
I was gonna say, Lee, that's your point right there. Come on, you gotta say, you say it in the green room. Come on, you can say it.
Yeah. Does the size of your tool really matter, or?
If the
The
size
motion of the ocean.
If the size of your tool is measured by gigabytes of data collected daily, we are the biggest.
Okay.
So it's not how big your tool is; it's how you use it.
Yeah, size doesn't matter.
The average tool is like 6 gigabytes, right?
You guys are driving me crazy with this. Okay, it is 11:10. It's time to give away our first prize, and that first prize is going to be, let me find my list here.
Yeah.
Circloscope is giving away 1 free pro plan.
That's our biggest tool.
Oh, please.
Okay, and that is going to Alexandra Gonzalez.
Yay!
Excellent. Hey, great choice.
Alex.
Brad.
No one more
Bravo.
deserving. She is an awesome Google Pluser and always offers very insightful feedback, and she is well loved. So, Christine, Craig, you guys will hook up with Alex.
Yes, our people will contact your people, Alex.
We can be people. So congratulations on the free tool.
Tools are people too.
Tools are people too.
All right, so I want to get to Lee, since we couldn't hear from you before. Lee, tell us why NodeX needed to happen.
Tell us, Lee.
As most of these things, start out as a little side project or an internal application. Basically, NodeX, before it was even named, was an application that helped me get answers for clients faster, more than I could actually do. So it wasn't just back then, Google Plus wasn't around, and so I was like mining data on Twitter and Facebook and forums and all this kind of stuff. So it just helped me paint a picture of ideas or discussion topics that were taking place and where they were taking place. And that kind of just evolved into where we are now, where I was asked a question yesterday, and they basically said to me, in the simplest form, describe your tool to me,
Oh,
So,
caught me off guard. Here we go. There it is.
Does anybody have something alcoholic?
You want me to get a beer? I'm going to get in a minute. Hold on.
Or I misunderstood your instructions, or
Alois, you understood the instructions, but you didn't get the memo on we're drinking non-alcoholic.
well, next time.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I suppose now it's kind of like a social media search engine to an extent. Where Google mines web pages and ranks them. NodeX basically mines social webs, if you like, and finds the posts for what people want.
Perfect.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's one of those tools. So
Because you're talking
Hey,
about my tool,
computers.
you're talking about my tool so eloquently, Dustin. It's fine.
it's so huge. I mean, the amount of data that you're able to get out of NodeX, mind-boggling to me. I've been a user now for I don't even know how long, and I still feel like I haven't even tapped the surface of the potential power of that thing. So.
It's a very, very powerful tool. I've been using it a lot lately.
You have not reached. You've reached only 10 gigabytes of size.
Dustin, are you basically there for just implying that you've only just seen the tip of my tool?
Oh no!
It kind of just clarified.
Ouch! Whoa! Good one, Lee. Good one. Okay. Moving on.
Moving on. We're going to move right along to Ben Fisher. Tell us why. I guess we'll talk about the Pro tool that Steady Demand has, and that is a drink.
Drink.
Why did you feel like that's something that needed to happen, needed to be built?
Well, basically, I mean, Steady Demand at its core, we are a brand page management company. So we help companies build their brand presence. And one of the things that we had to do was internally is we really needed to be able to track, engage internally our success for our clients. And as we were doing that, we had already released the brand page audit tool. And so that was also an internal tool.
What?
So, as we were building our utility for ourselves and our clients to gauge our own success, we said, you know what? I mean, we've come up with some great ways of, grading posts and telling the effectiveness of your engagement, and basically scaling that based upon our own big data tool. So not as big as Lee's big tool, but just saying.
You're catching me snoozing over here. I'm trying to watch the comments.
So, but basically that's really where it came out of. It came out of we needed it for ourselves and our clients, for us to become very accountable for what we were doing, because we had to prove value. And we said, you know what? Hey, why do we need to keep this for ourselves? No reason to keep it for ourselves. Let's release this under the Googleverse. So
cool.
What a story.
I've got some comments here. If somebody wants to read them off, I bring them up.
Sure. We've got Alex. If anyone ever asks what happens when a bunch of data nerds gets together and drink, you should just send them a link to this Hangout on Air. Smiley face. LOL. David Wright says, this is getting out of hand quickly.
No,
David,
not at all.
no idea what's about to happen. Our green room was bonkers.
Yeah.
I was in the service of youth for a long time, and I always equated it to herding cats. That was nothing compared to our green room. Buddy Robbins says, gee, my first X-rated hangout. Jacob Nelson, which tool has tooled their tool the best for removing a tool?
Oh my God!
Almost out of coffee.
I know who will be the first under the
That
table.
was 1.5 liters.
I need a refill after that one.
Yeah.
Christine and Red Bull.
I just want to, one thing I want to tell everybody that's out there in the audience, we are going to be getting to the meat of the content. Right now we're just going through the introductions. That's over. While we are having a good time, I promise you there will be very good tips that are going to be coming out.
There's going to be some hot tips.
Tips about our tools, of course.
Yes.
Just saying.
Steady.
Very easy.
So, yes, like Ben said, we're going to get into it now in a minute here after we give away our second prize of the day. We're going to talk about some tips that we have in using Google Plus and utilizing the various tools that there are out there to get the most out of your Google Plus experience.
Hey, Dustin, you should control it more, because otherwise 15 minutes and I'm gone.
Switch to beer here, so come on.
This is not coffee.
Wait.
Yeah, Alois, you might need to go get another one. I'm just.
Yeah.
Good.
Get it on tap. Bring
This,
it
I'm into my second cup.
Hey, bad man.
20 minutes in, and by the end of this, I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls.
There's another one from Todd. He wants to know, with so many effective tools, how on earth does one manage what tool to use? And when or is there a tool that will manage all of these tools?
That sounds like the Lord of the Rings thing.
Right. So
one tool to rule them all.
Hashtag working on it. Anyway.
all right. So we're gonna give away our second prize. Our second prize today is from Friends+Me, one starter plan, free for life, and that goes to Oriana Ori.
Yay!
Awesome.
Free tool.
No. No more tools. Stop it.
You said tool.
All
right. So let's get into this. Let's get into some hot tips and see what we all have to say about getting the most out of Google Plus using these fascinating services and utilities. I'm going to go ahead and start with Stephan, since we haven't heard from you yet. Stephan, you got any hot tips? Anything that you would recommend? Getting the most out of Google Plus using utilities and services.
Well, I guess. Sorry, I was deferring to all you guys because I was too busy drinking the whole time.
What's in your mug?
Seriously. So working with steady demand, I guess I'll speak to the pro and brand audit tools. I doubled up for you there. Try to be a little considerate. The brand audit one, real quick, allows you to check the connections with your Google Plus page and your website and your YouTube channel and things like that, just so that all the activity you're doing on Google Plus with your business page can give you the biggest bang for your buck as far as telling Google what you're all about and what your website's about, give you as much credit for that as possible. So it's important to have all those connections, or as many of them hooked up as you can. And I mean, quite honestly, it's as simple, literally, as taking the URL from your business page, pasting it into the web page for the brand audit service, and then you get a little report that explains to you what you might be missing, whatever, and then links to the help documents on Google to fix whatever you're missing. So I highly recommend. This is like a no-brainer. Use this, bookmark it. Anybody who works with clients, go into that, and pretty much make that a part of your whole process when you're getting any brand page set up. But as far as tips, I mean, I have a couple articles I've written about for the Pro Tool to give you an idea of what to look for when, all these things are great. It's great to look at stats. It's great to look at charts, but you have to answer a question, and you have to have a reason to use, I think, any of these. So I'm sure, some of the things that everybody else is going to talk about sort of play off of that, because again, it's great to log into these, but you have to know what you want to accomplish. And for the State of Man Pro Tool, again, we have the ability to check engagement and just track what's going on. Some of the things we could see are peaks and valleys of with our engagement. We can check different types of posts and times of day to see if we can find a match. And so I would say, experiment a little bit with that. Use that data to try and test different things, and pick a post type that's working for you, and maybe try it at a different time of day, or pick a post type that's not working for you and try and improve it. So that would be my tip for that one. And there we go.
Yeah, I agree. I think all of us will agree. I mean, being creators and digital entrepreneurs, and being the kind that likes to tinker with things and create these type of things, I think we can all agree, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, that testing is one of the most important things you can do. We can give you all kinds of tips all day long, based on experience, based on data, based on everyday interactions. But always test. Always, always, always test. If that's my one tip, test. Test, find what works, improve it, test again, make it better, and all that fun stuff. So thanks for that, Stephan. Who wants to go next? Who's got a rich tip to share?
I could dovetail onto that. I could just dovetail onto that. So one of the things, a lot of our utilities have some overlap, and when it comes to State of Man, one of the things that the State of Man Pro Tool is, I really highly suggest using it to analyze your competitors, because you can't only just analyze your own profile, but you can analyze your competitors, you can analyze other people, you can watch their entire journey on Google Plus and see what's happened. More important than that is that you can really dig deep and analyze the actual specifics of every single post, and basically look at the post quality, get post quality scores based on a signal to post ratio, and see how well people are engaging. We have another aspect of the tool which allows you to really gauge the quality of a profile or a brand page by looking at the signal indicators, basically the social signals that are generated. And one of the aspects is that we disprove that myth, which is somebody with 5 million followers has the best engagement in the world. And you can use the tool to basically go through and analyze anybody's profile and see how really well engaged they actually are. So,
perfect. Love it. Yeah, the Steady Demand utility is one of my daily visits, multiple times a day. Obviously, managing multiple clients, I need to look into that every day and multiple times, and it's been a huge help for me. Christine, you are just chock full of tips, advice, and all sorts of things regarding Circloscope. You've helped our team so much, tremendously. Just help us to use Circloscope to just ignite our ability to manage and curate and continue to cultivate circles. What's your best tip using Circloscope?
Okay, best tip. Well, I might have a couple. Let's see. Circloscope is a tool, and when I say that, it's and go ahead and have a drink. It's only as good as the strategy that you have behind it. You can use it easily to circle lots of people, and if you're circling random people, you're going to get random results. But if you're able to, pair it, especially with somebody like with a tool like NodeX, and find those posts that are in your niche, and or to do hashtag searches on Google Plus and find those people that are relevant to you and talking about you, and then you can easily grab the URL, put it into Circloscope, and easily filter these people and circle them quickly. So I think having a strategy is very important, and that's one of my biggest tips. Build a whitelist, build your whitelist of people that you want to make sure that you don't accidentally uncircle when you're cleaning your circles. And I think definitely just go in and, even with the free version, you can very easily see who's no longer even active here on Google+. You might find that you're following 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people that haven't even posted in months, and it's time to get them out of your circles.
Yeah. So Stephan has found a comment from Mark Barris. He says, "What's the maximum number of circle changes that should be made per day?"
And it depends. Google, changes. Everybody's different. It's different for you than me, and for a profile versus a page. Generally, I think people who have been here for a while and who have, they can usually add or move around up to 500 people a day, maybe a little more. I've done a little bit of study with pages, and I've had other people tell me they believe the maximum is 10% of the people that are following you. So if like 500 people are following you, you might only be able to add about 50 people a day, or move them around, because that counts as well.
I've tested that too, and it seems true for most of the pages that I've tried it out with. So about 10% of those who are following you is about what you can move around in a day. Yep. I have had accounts be able to do a little bit more than that in the beginning, though. So there might be a little bit more leniency in the beginning of a page. But yeah, over time, it seems like no more than 10%.
Is it okay to give a tip for somebody else's tool?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. As long as you take a drink first.
I did. Something just, I love CircleCount, and Nils knows how much I talk about it and use it. But I think one of the overlooked features there is the favorite posts. And they recently showed how they were using it for Daniel Futerman, I believe, is doing a 21 Google tips, and CircleCount has created a hashtag for that on their favorite posts, and so you can just easily go there and see all of his tips, in one place. And you can do that. You can create as many hashtags as you want, and create your own favorite post page. I know a lot of people, have posts on Google+, other people's posts, and they want to refer to them. And one of the things a lot of people do is save it to a community, a private community. But you can really easily, with their extension, just click favorite posts, and it goes right up onto your CircleCount profile. So I think that's very underused.
Yeah, yeah. I totally. I'm guilty of underusing that myself. Good tip. Alex again has another comment. I think the one genuine question I have is, how do I use all of your tools in tandem with each other, or how do I decide which one is the best for my needs?
I could probably start on that, because I could, since we're managing lots of different brand pages.
Oh, and actually, before you do that, Ben, hold that thought. It's time to get another prize.
That's right.
So CircleCount is giving away 3 T-shirts.
Here.
I want one.
Hey!
Yeah,
I want one too.
Show it again, Nils. Show it again. Where's it at?
Here. If you can't see it really good, you just go to the page, CircleCount page in Google Plus, and you can see it in our shop.
Perfect. And that prize is going to Kristen Barksdale, Mark Bars, and Mike Alton.
Hey!
All right. Congratulations, fellas and lady. Now, Ben, go ahead and get back to that because I think that's a really good question from Alex.
Yeah, no, Alex, I mean, that's an awesome question. And I think everybody on this panel is going to probably have something to say about this, but I just thought I'd kick it off real quick. Internally at State of Demand, we actually use all of these fine people here, and we use all of their tools. So we genuinely do. We're signed up for every service, and we use very specific components of the service depending on what the mission of the day is, or the mission of the post, or the campaign. For instance, we use Circloscope. Well, gosh, every probably single day to manage our circles. It's an indispensable tool. So
I have to go right up.
that's a shame, Alois, because I was just about to talk about you, but I'll move on then. So, okay, now I can talk about it. Okay, quick. So we use Friends+Me for our clients who don't have the time to manage Facebook or Twitter, or they just don't care about it, but they want to focus on GPlus mainly for their SEO. So we use Friends+Me to broadcast the message out to other platforms, and in some cases we use the queuing feature, so that way we can go in and customize the messages as well. We use NodeX for discovery, and we also use it for doing engagement, which is direct without actually having to go to the GPlus platform, so we can still be live in the stream.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a great one. Anyone who thinks grab Ben, because, I mean, that's a great one.
It's time to send Dr. Who.
Somebody grabbed it. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Too many tools for him.
Bummer. Oh, you said it.
Many tools.
I think if I jump in whilst Ben's just AWOL, I think the important thing is here is that all of the tools have unique features about them, and there are considerable overlap for what needs to be done. Each one has a specific purpose. It's ultimately about what are you trying to get out of your social media time in order to focus that time and be more efficient with it, because we all know that time flies by when you're on social media.
Yeah.
And with that as a resource, it's not finite. It's one of the things which isn't. We can have oodles of content and all of that kind of stuff, but time is something that is generally for an individual not scalable.
Right.
Whereas when you look at all of the applications here or utilities, then each of these actually help you win back more time. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think Ben is still frozen.
He's there. He's gone.
But we'll move right along. Lee, did you have any tips that you wanted to give?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I think using, obviously I use NodeX every day. It's not just for myself, but it's for our clients as well. But fundamentally, why it was created for me first, and now people using it, is to get a better understanding of the wider conversation. Because we can analyze, we as the royal we can analyze how well we're doing in terms of engagement. What NodeX kind of extends within that section is what content is getting shared the most, what type of content, best time of day, what hashtags people are using that on posts which are generating the most engagement. So in that respect, when people first start out, or if a brand, irrespective of size, is trying to get going on social media, you don't now have to go in blind. It's like, well, what do I write? It kind of cuts or reduces the potential of procrastination. Yeah. So if we can see in any specific discussion topic taking place, whether it's sport, movies, or whatever, and we understand within that space the language that people are using, as in the words, in whichever language that is, what words they're using, the images they're using, the media they're using, then we're halfway there, we're more than halfway there to actually sharing content with the discussion community that's going to align with them, rather than create it in a vacuum and then just hope for the best and when it goes out. So I think it needs to, from using NodeX will help you or understand what content people like to digest.
Awesome. Yeah, really powerful tool. Again, so much data, and yeah, I think. Oh man, I said it, didn't I?
Yeah.
So somebody with beer. Come on.
All right. So Alois, I want to go to you for your best tip. Obviously, making the most of our time, our efficiency on social media when we're engaging on multiple networks across multiple platforms at multiple times. A utility like yours is very, very important. So, what's your best tool? Or gosh, I said.
Hey.
I was trying to. It's like that mental trick. When you keep telling yourself, "Don't say this word. Don't say this word."
Don't say it.
This word. What's your greatest tip?
My greatest tip is keep it simple. Create simple post with title. Create some nice few lines content, put some beautiful photo in there and put it out. That's all that's my biggest advice to people. Don't try to complicate things. Just do it simple and let it live.
Awesome. Totally agree. Keep it simple in everything.
Keep it simple.
Because who needs more?
We're in a business of saving time. We're tools, so to make things simple is the best. Hey.
All right.
Cheers.
Cool. Now it is 11:39, so it's coming up on our next giveaway. And let me tell everybody what we're giving away next. To one and to all, a free 30 days of Steady Demand Pro. So
Awesome.
that is a gift for everyone. I don't know, Stephan, do we have a link for everyone? Or is it just going in?
I think no, I don't. We don't have a link, but normally we do it with a coupon code. So when Ben gets back, let's get that from him, and we'll put it in the event comments.
Okay, cool. So to one and to all, a free 30 days to try out the Steady Demand Pro utility.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and you are. You are. So I want to go now to Nils. Again, CircleCount, amazing utility, lots and lots that can be done with it. What's your greatest tip for those using that CircleCount.com?
Well, first, like Christine said before, and Ben mentioned as well, there's a lot of overlap between all of our applications, and I think the greatest tip. I mean, at first we started out with statistics and with rankings, and now we have some utilities as well. For example, the favorite post Christine mentioned before. And I think when you use CircleCount, you should just sign in for free and then go in your login in the login area, and maybe you should just play around with the features a little, because like Christine said, a lot of the features are overlooked, I think, and if you're not completely sure yet, what your main focus is. I mean, if you just want to save a little bit of time and you just want to see some of the statistics, like the best time of the day to post, or the best kind of media, for example, you can just dig around there, and you pretty easily get an understanding of how to improve your posting behavior and what kind of posts, or I don't know, the map, for example, is as well something where you see where your followers are coming from, and you can adjust your posting behavior and your posting style to that as well. I mean, yeah, it's not one tip now, it was a little bit more, but
yeah, no, that's great. Extremely helpful.
Yeah.
So we've kind of gone through, I think we've hit everyone. I think we've hit Steady Demand, we've hit Friends+Me, we've hit Circloscope, and Ben's still not back in, but I don't know if we've got any comments. I know I've seen a bunch of questions in the comments.
Ben went for a beer because he's full of coffee.
Yeah. He's
Or maybe he
playing.
had a little bit too much to drink, and he's visiting the little boy.
Hey, you know, boys' business.
Oh, gosh, I remember I saw a great question down here somewhere, and I can't find it now. But I think we can all agree that the tools. Oh gosh, I said it again. Tools. Oh gosh, there I go again. These things in which we.
I have no time to swallow.
They really do enhance our experience here on Google+. And I just got to say that this place, more than any other, has been just a place of collaboration, and it really gets me excited to see all of us in here together. We have these things that we've created that are just out to make the experience better for everyone, and it's almost like we're one big team. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I love that. Well, who said what? Huh?
I said, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we're all dancing around one big fire called Google+.
Absolutely.
We've all drank Kool-Aid.
That's a good picture.
It's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't see this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see this on Facebook. I don't see this on Twitter. I don't see this on Tumblr. I sure as heck don't see it on Snapchat.
What?
But the atmosphere of collaboration is so strong here on Google+, and I just thank every one of you here, everyone in the comments section, T.E. Hannah, Brian Shee, Peter Trapasso, Eileen Smith, shout out to her. All of you you're here with the spirit of collaboration, making this network better. Kim, Todd, everyone who's here. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone, because this place is unlike anything else out there, and it's because of you and you and you and you and you and you and everyone in the comments, because that's what makes it happen. So thank you all to that, and I'm just going to say
drink to that.
Cheers.
Drink to that.
Cheers. All right.
Yeah, I definitely use all of the services here. The one I need to start exploring a little more, I think, is the Friends+Me. But I definitely, yeah. So actually, I opened it up again so I can take another look at it. I've used it, but I kind of don't do the Facebook thing, so that's kind of why I wasn't, But I need to for certain things that I'm doing. So.
I played with everybody's tool this morning.
That's awesome, Craig.
That's what that was. Okay.
You are so good. I have not even noticed.
Wow. Here it goes, folks. Down.
I was trying to have a serious moment here, but.
Yeah, good try.
All right, looks like we got Ben Fisher back. Ben, have you made your trip to the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm switching to a Mac.
Okay.
Winning. All right.
In fact, I need to speak to Alois
Yes.
outside of this about integrating Friends+Me more into NodeX, so people that are using Friends+Me can integrate it and use it as well. So we'll definitely have those conversations.
Yeah, I think we should all have those conversations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We should integrate much closer.
Maybe we just need a super tool.
We need
Yeah.
them all.
We get ST on the shirt, you know.
We can call it Google Plus.
So here's a question for the audience, for you watching, for all you millions of viewers. What is the one feature or the one tool that you would like on Google Plus? Whether it's a native feature of Google Plus, or whether
I don't like you, Dustin.
for you, the audience, what is the one thing that would make your experience here better? The one utility or service or native feature, and put that in the comments. We're going to highlight some of those later in the show.
Very cool.
I could just jump in for a second.
Oh, go right ahead.
Well, I've been on Google Plus for, I don't know, a year and a half or so, and some of the first advice that was given to me that I like to give to people is to be social. Just join the conversation.
No
way. Find the people that connect with you and your content. I know, right? But it's true. It's something that can be forgotten. Keep it simple. I mean, that was talked about earlier. But be social. Join that conversation. Be a person. Be genuine. I find those to be very beneficial. Yep. And all of these tools, can help you do that.
And that's also how we all ended up here, right?
Yeah.
I'm totally out of anything to drink here.
Me too.
Just mime it. Just
mime it.
Yeah.
No. You can't fake a tool. You can't fake a tool. Not allowed.
No fake tools.
No fake tools.
All right. So it's coming up on 11.
Do you think that now that people have been drinking for the past 50 minutes in the audience, should they now play with our tools, or should they wait? Should they maybe wait?
Oh dear.
I think everybody should play with all of our tools.
Yeah.
Oh.
All at the same time. Let's have a tool party.
So many tools, Evan.
Tool party. We are talking about tools, and we are giving away one last prize here. It is about 11:50, 10 minutes to the hour. And we are going to give away a free 3 months full NodeX access to all data sources and premium UIs. Ooh, I love me some UIs. So that goes to David Schiffman. Congratulations, David. You are the lucky winner of 3 months full NodeX access.
Hey.
You can use the biggest analyzing tool out there.
All right.
Someone's feeding back.
All right,
So,
yeah, we've got some feedback going on there. And
Just
while we look that up,
I think it's Christian and her Red Bull.
We got Jacob Nicholson, if someone can pull that up on the comment tracker. They got that down there. Jacob Nicholson says, give me a tool, drink, that shows me at the end of the week my top engaged post, as well as the top 10 people I've circled in a nice shareable format to drive more engagement back to all the stuff. Please. Thank you for that emphatic end to the question. That would be a great idea. And in fact, I know that Steady Demand, the Pro tool.
What? Huh?
The Pro tool will give you a look at your best engagement of the week. It will give you a list of your top engagers. I think it's within the past 7 days. So you can take a look at that. I don't know of one that actually wraps up your most engaged posts and puts those together. Anybody have the bar resident tool?
Yeah.
What's that?
NodeX does that.
NodeX does that. Okay, awesome.
And it will tell you your most engaged people either from a comment or +1 or reshare perspective as well. So.
Perfect. So, yeah, maybe.
Steady demand does that to an extent as well. We use it with we do it with a signal to post ratio on every single post. You can analyze any time frame and see all of the different signals.
Looks like a tool fight.
I think
and we can do it, of course, as well. So there's another one.
Yeah, I think
That's a tool fight.
From an application perspective for people using or these kind of utilities is check them all out, because each one is designed in a very, very different way, and the interpretation can actually reveal, each of the separate interpretations can reveal even deeper insight, from a comparison perspective. So when we're talking about a super tool, you should also, spread it out, look at everything, and everything's been generally developed from one person or group's perspective. But then when you start comparing these things out, some of the results can be very, very helpful. Very helpful.
Yeah, I think actually, I'd almost put the word powerful in there.
Yeah.
Because we, like we discussed in the beginning, we each developed our separate utilities and for different reasons. And so we built our own algorithms around it to meet those kind of those goals. So like I'll find data from NodeX, I'll find data from CircleCount that is not representative in our tool because tool.
Such a tool, Ben.
No, such a tool.
Oh, man.
But,
I'll just leave that up there for a good 10 seconds.
It's so true what you're saying, Lee, is that it's not really a data overlap. It's just you're going to get a lot of different data, and how you use that data, that's what's important. It's all that your kind of the intent that you have behind that data.
Absolutely.
True. You use that data to find the great people to circle with Circloscope.
Exactly.
Awesome. We've got a comment here.
Hey Dustin, what are you doing?
Brian Shea said he doesn't use. Brian says he doesn't use any of these tools. He knows they're useful, but having a free version for non-marketers would be great. Well, let's all address that. I know, Circloscope, we have a free version. CircleCount has a free one. NodeX, they have free version for Google Plus users. Not sure about the others.
Steady Demand has a nice demo.
Yeah, we have a beautiful free plan.
Yeah.
So there you go, Brian.
We all do.
And we also give away, for this show, we're giving 30 days free. Actually, if you use the code TOOLHOA when you sign up, but anybody at any given time can go and get 14 days free.
Yeah, Ben, if you could put that in the comments, I think it was when you were gone, we gave away the SD Pro plan to everyone. You get an SD Pro, and you get an SD Pro, and you do. So if you could put that link and the code in the comment section for everybody.
I'll be doing that.
Fantastic. Thank you.
By the way, I just have to get this out there. Tool.
Oh,
I'm out.
We are all tools, and we are
There we
for
go.
free.
Last pour.
Oh my God.
I'm out. I'm done. I tried.
Me too.
All right, so we are winding down here. Any last comments? Any last comments from the audience that we want to highlight, or any last comments from anybody here in the panel? Final thoughts, wrap-ups, and please try not to use the word tool. We're all dying here.
I'm going to have to fake it.
It's fine.
I think
Another fake tool. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're all full of them.
I think from my personal perspective, is people should just experiment a lot. Really get to understand how these applications can help you. But in order to do that, find some direction for you. Even if it's just one reason to understand why you're actually on social media. You know, even if it's from a personal perspective or if it's from a business perspective, but give yourself one reason or to identify one reason why you're here, and then explore those tools to help you. So I just said it again. There we go. Faking. You know, and use these applications to help answer that one thing, because answering one thing will lead on to another thing, and that can really help to give you that focus and your attention and your drive that you need to get up in the morning and do some good stuff.
Yeah, and to dovetail onto that, I mean, I think the reason why we talk about return on engagement is that using Google Plus, it's a long haul strategy. You know, it helps with your marketing, it helps with PR, it helps with sales, it helps with product development, service development, helps with connecting with influencers. There's so many different reasons to use Google Plus. So when you take all of the utilities that we have here and use them properly, then
we have not mentioned it, but Google Plus is just a tool to connect people. That's what is it all about. Just connecting people. It's tool connecting people.
Exactly. But you know,
Alois,
since it's such a long-term play, you know, it's very important that you can see some kind of a return on investment, and if you can tie that to your return on your engagement, and then analyze those results, you can basically start to see a nice little hockey stick effect. And I think that each one of us, I know when we use Circloscope, when we use Friends+Me, when we use NodeXL, when we use CircleCount with our clients, we see things going from deadline steady to going up. And that's what you really need, is you need to be able to see those kind of results. Otherwise, people come to Google Plus and you say, oh, it's a ghost town, or it's dead, it's filled with zombies, walking dead.
Ghost towns.
It's because you're not doing it right. But
It's the worst night story.
But with the tools, I'm sorry, I got to say it, you get the right analysis, and you can really make that argument and be accountable and really show your accountability.
Hey Lee, you've not prepared yourself. Just one can of what?
Hey, I've drunk 2 coffees during this period and a can of this.
I've gone through an entire French press.
I mean, this is crazy.
I will mention you all your tools. Drinking coffee only. Such a lame. It's lame.
All right. Well, guys, we have just arrived upon the hour, and I just want to thank everyone for watching.
I can see too.
Best turnouts, one of the best conversations. I'm going to go back through all the comments and just see what you guys have been saying. I've been too busy, hitting this button over and over again. But special thank you so much to Alois. Thank you for coming. Ben, as always,
thank you,
sir. Christine, thank you for coming, joining the conversation. Craig, thank you as well. John, thank you, sir. Lee,
see you, thank you.
Lee Tool.
Cool. And thank you also to Nils, and thank you to Stephan, who had to leave early. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next Tool Party.
Tool Party.
There will never be another one. Our
Hydrated, my friend.
Doesn't allow us to do it.
All right, everyone. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.